The roots of education are bitter,
but the fruit is sweet.
I am Daniel Lacorte with Jade Micaela Lucero,
giving you the latest and incredible news. This is Ed202 News. Our top stories for today. One of the problem in our generation really affect the learning of the students. Live, Ms. Anazel Kadili.
Political corruption is one of the problems in our generation that affects our education. Political corruption or malpolitics is the use of powers by government officials or their network contacts for legitimate private gain.
Pagka kinurap mo yan kung sinong sunduin kita ng helicopter, papuntang Manila, tatapon kita sila.
We can all help prevent corruption and make sure public funds are spent intended, maintaining schools, hospitals, roads, and other vital public services and projects. We have an obligation to report corruption. Speaking up and making complaints helps to expose corrupt activities and risks that may otherwise remain hidden and keep the public sector honest. For truth and accuracy, this is Anazel Kadili. Back to studio.
Poverty in the Philippines is one of the most serious problems that the government must deal with. Its manifestations include hunger, unemployment, and malnutrition.
Gugutom talaga kami pag hindi kami bumiyahe dahil wala kami pera, wala kami pambiling bigas. Mahirap eh. Mahirap pag mahirap. Walang pagkukunan ng kailangan, pagkain.
And poverty unable to have a limited access of education. Poverty causes many Filipinos not to pursue their education. Many parents cannot afford to send their children to school because of poverty, the financial problem. Others seems to be contented of their lives as poor. The teacher's role in order to eradicate or lessen this problem is to provide equitable education for students in poverty, which started with the teacher. One of the best things we can give to students is a teacher who has a deeper understanding of poverty, one who does not view students from a deficient lens, and one who works to understand and what they can do to help. Teachers must understand every child's situation, either in their abilities and states in life.
Education is one of the strongest instruments that reduce poverty.
Yes, that's it, Jade. Aside from the problems mentioned earlier, there is still another problems affecting in our education. One of these is the morality. It is the degree to something of what is right and what is good. The moral of the goodness and badness of the people or the children communicating to the teacher in the school. For us to achieve the morality in education, first, one purpose of moral education is to help make the children being honest, responsible, and compassionate. Are all children have that kind of attitude inside the school and even in our community? We should build trust inside the classroom. We teachers should have basic rules of respect because we are the model of our student. We should have listen and work with our student so that they can develop a language of moral inquiry.
Even though we have many teachers, still problems in education becoming many. Am I right, Ms. Anit Mahinay?
Bullying is aggressive behavior that is intentional and involves an imbalance of power or strength. It is repeated behavior and can be physical, verbal, or relational.
So I've just picked my son up from school, witnessed a bullying episode, rang the principal, and I want people to know, parents, educators, teachers, this is the effect that bullying has. I've got some good advice, but I need more because this is the effect of bullying. This is what it's doing. And I want people to know how much it is hurting us as a family. I want people to educate their children.
As a future teacher, students and parents need to be part of the solution and involved in safety teams and anti-bullying task force. Teachers need to implicitly remind students that bullying is not accepted in school and such as behaviors will be consequences.
For truth and accuracy, Annette Mahinay, back to your studio. In today's education, every student have the privilege to learn so many things, but problems also affecting their way. Miss Lanaha, any updates?
Despite rapid economic growth in the Philippines in recent years, unemployment remains a persistent problem for this sprawling Southeast Asian nation of more than 100 million people, and the Philippines still has one of the highest rates in unemployment in the Asian region.
Magandang hapon, ako si Brother Pablo Magdalena ng Family Rosary. Ako at 5 years old, dati akong nagkatrabaho sa Family Rosary Crusade National Office as encoder, at kasalukuyan ngayon ay wala akong hanap buhay.
Yung pagiging walang trabaho ba nakaka-apekto sa buhay?
Of course, kasi kapag wala kang trabaho, lumiliit yung tingin mo sa sarili compare sa ibang tao na kilala mo, nakakasabayan mo, tapos ikaw na parang napaghuhulihan ka. So bumababa yung self-confidence.
As a role of the teacher to eradicate or lessen the problem shall be to get the individual student job ready when she or he leaves the educational field, and this is the only way to eradicate unemployment in the Philippines.
Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Again, this is Jade Micaela Lucero,
Daniel Corte.
This is EdTOT News.